We're switching it up today. I'm going to give you the information that you need early so that you can move on. And then if you want to stick around and talk about the news, we'll sit around and talk about the news. Make sure you hit the like button. On the way in, we're talking Terra Luna Classic. First up, 585 million lunk have been burned over the last 7 days. That's not a huge number, but it is a better number than some of the times that we've seen before. And not only that, today, as of right now, about 130 million have been burned. A lot of this is coming from transfers. A lot of people moving their crypto around. And you look at the stake supply still continuing to rise just a little bit. Not huge, but just a little bit. And that's enough right now. USTC supply down 46,000 on the day. So there is some burn still happening. This is going to actually keep the burns, kind of thriving for the moment. We need to see a lot more, obviously, but, we'll take this as a win. Also, when we look at price action, the market's down about 12 billion on the day, but it was a good day yesterday. The U.S. market woke up. Dow futures were soaring. We struggled at about 200, and then the U.S. market absolutely went nuts and rallied. And really, I think that it was just kind of a push to sort of trap people in. Now we've got some job data out, and the job market is looking a little bit wonky again, and we have unemployment numbers going down while in order for us to get the rate cut. So it was a mixed bag for this morning. So we'll see how the market really kind of prices it in. But as far as lunk goes, and we're looking at this on the weekly chart right now, we're still kind of in that zone where we're looking for a breakout. We're looking for a touch of the 50 MA. Now, the reason for that is because that is one of your more bullish indicators. If you're above the 50 and the 200 and the 50 is above the 200, then you have bullish momentum. However, and we kind of have to zoom around here a little bit and start looking on some lower time frames to see what that looks like. And you've seen a massive capitulation on the 50 MA, which is indicative of the price action. What we need to see is we need to see a reversal back above. We need to see a nice little pump from Terra Luna Classic. That nice little pump moves that 50 MA back up around, and it comes up over here. We get a golden cross, and it moves. And by the way, it's a lagging indicator. It's not because of that. But AI algorithms will pick up on that and decide that this is a worthy investment. That's what's going to happen. So that's what we're looking to see play out right now. But as of right now, we're running a little bit sideways. The bleeding, even for the entire market, seems to have stopped a little bit. We don't have a lot of momentum sitting here. So we have to be honest, we're not feeling a lot of momentum, but we've stabilized that bottom price, and maybe that gives it a reason for reversal. Now, if you look on my screen, you see this big area right here. Let me illustrate it right there. That area right there, that is your volume node. I suspect we're going to see a move into that volume node very, very soon. I don't think the burns are the reason that things move like that anymore. I think that it's going to have to be some kind of market module popping out. Then you'll see a move back up here into 406, and then maybe we can build on that and start to get back up into these ranges. When we start to zoom out even further and we start to let that volume node work a little bit more, then we're seeing there's even more volume where we're sitting right here at about 408. There's a little more volume where we're sitting at 3011. So I suspect that we're going to see these volume nodes start to get kissed and addressed over the next little while. Okay, that's longer term. We need an altcoin season. We do need to see a cascade of money start to re-enter the market. We're sitting at about 2.9897 trillion right now. Need to get that number up over 3.05 trillion, I think, to kick off that next leg of the bull market. Now, TerraCasino.io for all your risk-based gaming needs. Go sign up today. TerraCasino.io for your Lunk meme coins, for your Lunk utility coins, Juris Protocol, Garuda X, any one that you're looking for, WeSo, whatever you're looking for, Terraport.finance has it for you. All right, now, volume still down just a little bit on all of the swaps. So a couple things I want to address here now that we're into the meat and potatoes of it. We've given you the data. Now let me tell you what the problems are. Look at the news. This is the news cycle. And you see I click on some of these. Sometimes I don't click on them because I'm not worried about who owns the most Terra Luna Classic. And as a matter of fact, I think we looked at it from a different browser and it was Binance, obviously. But look at the dates here. 1 month ago, 1 week ago, 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, June 5th, 1 month, September 29. We're not getting news. Lunk is no longer newsworthy to these places. Okay, we need to do something drastic. And the reason that I'm saying that is because what we've done so far has not worked out. And I'm going to point out a couple of the things. things that could make big differences, okay? Stick around. And by the way, let me know what you think in the comments down below about which one, what is the protocol? What do we miss? What did we miss? I'll tell you what I think. I'm going to show you what I think, and I'm going to show you how they voted. All right, guys, the revival of Terra Luna Classic came down to one big proposal, and that was that signal proposal for the USTD. Now, you may not like Redline Drifter. You may have a problem with them. I mean, fair enough. But look at how this vote went. All nodes, no with veto. Lunk Live, no with veto. Jesus is Lord, no with veto twice. Greenpeace, no with veto. Interstellar, no with veto. Terra Vita, no with veto. Community First, no with veto. This could have been a big move for this ecosystem, okay? But everybody voted no. And the reason, by the way, to protect the L1 chain, okay? So let's be clear about it. However, this was big news, and we missed on our big news. Lunk Goblins voting yes, and then Vegas no. Still seems like a good idea to me. But you had generally a lot of people here voting absolutely no, that they did not want USTD in the mix. Maybe they're still holding on to USTC. Maybe they're protecting the chain. I don't know what the answer is, but we look at the rejected proposals and we're trying to figure out which ones are causing us problems, but which ones were things that could cause a problem. This one right here, clarification on entities with Terra Classic branding. Improved branding. Okay, now I don't know whether it's improved or not. I'm just saying that as a proposal, it seems like an obvious one. Yeah, we should be doing that. And guess what? No. Jesus is Lord, no. Lunk Live, no. All nodes, no. Interstellar, no with veto. Jesus is Lord 2 and 1, no with veto. Vegas node, in a perfect world, this proposal wouldn't be needed, but here we are. By the way, the reason for that, we don't even have a website, okay? So just keep that in mind. Classic nodes, no. USTC, no. Stakebend, no. Battle Force, no. They're all voting no. Why are we stopping? Again, these are the outliers here that could cause an enormous amount of excitement in the community, short-term, long-term, whatever it is. Also, set on-chain tax rate to 1.5%. Now, we shouldn't even have a tax at this point. There should be zero tax on Terra Luna Classic because it is prohibitive to builders on the chain, right? Well, guess what? Who wants to vote on a tax? Jesus is Lord. 1 and 2. I don't get it. Anytime there's progress, there's a select group of people who are just voting down any of the progress. Now, I'm not saying that they are good ideas or bad ideas. I'm saying that they are ideas that would attract the attention of people outside of our existing community, which is diminishing and dwindling by the day. And everything that we do to try to build up a little bit of positivity in the community is being shut down and shot down by your validators. And listen, you may not believe me, you may not agree with me, you may think that they're doing the right thing. But I continue to tell you, don't tell me, show me. Show me on the chart where it's working. Just show me on the chart where it's working. That's all I ask. And you can't, because guess what? 3 years ago, Terra Luna Classic crashed. Today, we are lower than when it crashed, okay? Imagine that. We went from $119 all the way down to sub pennies, right? And we are lower than those sub pennies today because of the bang up job that all of these validators have been doing at progressing this chain to a new level. Okay, it is time for a change, in my opinion. Okay, we've got to do something to revive Terra Luna Classic. Otherwise, it will go the way that some of these other ones go. Now, the important part is it's not a zombie chain, but it is a chain without leadership, without a rudder, without oars, without anybody steering it in the right direction. And by the way, any kind of leadership gets shot down. And to me, that's nonsense and that's silly, but to you, it might be important, okay? So I don't want to belie that. I just disagree. Here we are, nothing that they are doing and trying to impress upon us. And anything that we're doing that to me seems like it's something that, hey, guess what? A news article will get written. Whether it works or not, news article will get written. It'll stay in the attention economy. The attention economy will bring in new investors, bring in new people, new builders who want to build on the chain, all of that. And guess what? We are shooting it down every single day. So you ask yourself, purity? Is the purity what matters of this chain? Or are you trying to pump your bag? The end. I mean, I can't ask you a simpler question. And let me know in the comment section down below. Do you care? Is this about the purity of the Terra Luna Classic chain, or is this about the growth of your portfolio and bringing new people into the ecosystem? Because it's fine if you're having a purity test in your own mind, but your purity test sucks. Your purity test is killing and stifling and suffocating the Terra Luna Classic blockchain. Now, you may not agree with that, but again, show me on the chart where you're right. That's all. Just show me on the chart where you're right. That's all I'm ever asking. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.